Welcome to this episode of Kennedy Saves the World. It's happy hour. That means we're making a mocktail. Are we? Yes, we are. And today, Dagen, McDowell, and I are going to have an iced vanilla latte.
That's right.
Now, if we were having this at home and we were not broadcasting, we might have added a couple ounces of Bailey's and a couple ounces of Ciroc vanilla vodka.
That's right.
But we're not at home, so we're just having a nice, icy, shaken vanilla latte in our coffee cups. So, Dee, what I learned was during Prohibition, some for Mama and some for Sissy Friend.
Thank you.
There we go. Just good to the last drop.
During Prohibition, what?
Oftentimes, alcohol would be served in coffee mugs because federal agents wouldn't assume that you were drinking hooch if it was just in a mug that said tea is for losers.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a bar in New York City that still serves its cocktails in a very shallow, round coffee cup.
Mm-hmm.
And it's deeply annoying because the booze sloshes out of the cup.
We don't need sloshing. These are deep.
Yeah.
And no booze in them. Not a drop inside.
But
and cheers, by the way.
I love you.
Love you too.
It sloshes out of the cup.
And we do that for the fallen, by the way.
Mm-hmm. And
oh yeah, that's better than you think it's going to be, right?
That's right. Yeah. Coffee. But it sloshes out of the cup, and I just find like these New York City bars do these things that are so precious.
Precious, yes.
And it gets old really quickly. Like, just give me a glass. Whereas, just give me a standard cocktail glass.
That's fine. I'm fine with a highball. I'm fine with a solo cup, but not. I don't want to wear my drink until either someone slaps it out of my hand, or I'm so incapable of fending for myself that I just spill it.
One of my relatives made moonshine.
Oh, nice. So you have talked about moonshine very expertly, which is impressive. And I'm always fascinated by it. So did moonshine and the moonshine boom precede Prohibition?
People, I think, always made their own hooch, but it became exceedingly popular during Prohibition
because people weren't going to stop drinking.
But there's a tale. My cousin Jane, who passed away not long ago,
God rest her
made
soul.
I haven't my entire genealogy that she did, but in recent generations there are actual stories about my family members that are in the book that she put together. And one of the relatives made moonshine and shot a revenuer.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah.
That's a 9-9, as they say in Germany.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But NASCAR was born out of people hauling moonshine.
Really? Because they had to do it fast, and then the cars are so fast, like, let's start racing each other.
That's the birth of NASCAR.
That's
it's people
amazing.
run and shine.
Look at what you learned during happy hour from Dagen McDowell, a wealth of information. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, up from, I believe, from Georgia up through South Carolina and North Carolina.
Yeah.
That's the birth of NASCAR.
And is there is it called the Moonshine Trail, or?
We could call it that.
All right.
It might be called that.
Now, I know there's the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky, and I'd very much like to take a trip over there. I enjoy bourbon every once in a while. So you were going to text me something. I don't know what this is. This is the mystery issue. Bum, bum, bum.
So it's been very hot across the country, especially hot in New York City. And I'm sure you share this with me. I was, from puberty on, I would have always been that girl. I never looked put together during the summer when it was hot out.
Especially during a run. I saw a woman today who had a sleek bun while she was sweaty, but she had little black shorts and a little black sports bra on her and sleek hair. And I look like something's wrong with me. I look like I need some sort of a psychological intervention because I'm a sweater. I sweat so badly and I get so red and my hair is naturally frizzy and curly. And no matter what I do to try and tame it, there's always lumps, and there's always lumps sticking out of the hat. And things are mismatched because I'm always in a rush, and it never looks good.
I was channeling you So I always I never like my hair always looks as soon as I walk out of the door, my hair gets really frizzy and like I have bangs, but the bangs will go woof, like this. And regardless of what I try to do to my hair, it just always looks just 8 ways ugly. But I'm sweating and my face is bright red and I'm sweating through my clothes. Yeah. I just never look fresh and pulled together, whether I'm running or just walking slowly, trying to stay in the shade, regardless whether I'm on. But I did feel better because I saw this very attractive, like middle-aged gentleman, and he had on some pink linen pants.
Oh.
And I was walking behind.
I'm sorry, you lost me at pink linen pants.
And a very crisp white shirt and pink linen pants. And he looked very pulled together, and he walked by me and he had that giant sweat stain on his butt and it went all the way down his butt crack. And I was like, you know what? You think you're one of those people who is like pulled together during the summer, but from behind, you're not.
No, you've got a sweating,
really good,
visible ass crack in your pink linen pants because you're like, I don't sweat and I'm genetically superior.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and wear the white shirt and the pink linen pants with a deeply sweaty ass crack, which, there is justice in the world. So I went to a party once and the couple had 4 boys and all white furniture. They had all white canvas furniture. And it's like, I have 2 girls and it's like, I never buy expensive furniture. They're teenagers and I still won't buy anything expensive because it's going to get stained. Right. Like they're going to pour something on it, something that someone's going to bleed, like something's going to happen. So it's never worth it. But they had and it was just a show to the world. Like we are so locked up in this house. We have 4 boys and white furniture, which either means that we lock our boys in the basement or we have such a massive expert cleaning staff that they come in and they're scrubbing the furniture.
There are 2
twice a
things
day.
that says to me. The parents are tyrants and their children hate them.
Yeah.
And they're going to come, like, they will hate them forever.
And the mom was super casual about it. She's like, I was like, how? Of course, I have to say something because that's, part of my specialness. Yeah.
You're like walking going, oh, you got
4 boys and like white fabric furniture? How? And she's like, oh, yeah, it's no big deal. I just like the look. Like she's all casual. But I think you're absolutely right. In private, they're like, you son of a banshee, you get your freaking ass down here because you're cruising for a bruising and I've got the lawnmower. I don't even know what that means.
I bet you they have replacement cushions, though. But they always have those sofas in magazines of the fancy people with the white or cream color.
Or cream suede. Like it would take maybe 4 hours in my house for that couch to be ruined.
This is why.
Maybe we're all heathens. Like maybe I have to be a little bit more honest about my parenting style and what we're working with.
No, but it's also, I don't have children.
Ding, ding, ding.
Right. But you're right. I don't have children, but I have animals. I have dogs. And if you have dogs, you just have to give in to the dogs ruining things.
Yes.
But that's what I love about the British, that the British, like my mom and I always used to talk about this, about she loved the way the British decorated like a country home. But it like the layered rugs from the Middle East and what used to be called Oriental rugs, and like the chintz fabrics on everything and the kind of the mix and match prints. And it was all to disguise the fact everything was dirty and disgusting.
Oh, I like that.
From children and animals, and you come in from horseback riding and everything is covered in mud all the time. Yeah. And it's like layers of, you just would layer rugs on top of one another. One rug gets a hole in it and you just put another rug on top of it.
I'm going to go get some rugs.
Yeah.
I like rugs and throw pillows. Like I have an obsession with throw pillows and I got to stop because they don't make anything fancier. It just gives you less places to sit. But I can't help myself. Like I've got them on my bed. I've got like 6 pillows on my bed and I have to push them out of the way before I sleep. Like,
You just sleep on the pillows. Where's the bed?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I've already got a mattress on the floor. Like people come over and like, why the mattress on the floor? It's like, I don't know. I got a sleep number bed, and then the movie bed that comes with the sleep number bed is twice as much as the mattress. And then my youngest daughter told me that if I get a bed with moving parts, that I've given in to being old, and I should get a Life Alert necklace.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I've fallen.
She's kind of right. Lo's right. It's like a hospital
So she
bed.
shamed me to not get the hospital bed. So
Yeah.
now I just have a mattress on the floor.
Yeah, you can't get the hospital bed.
No. But it's always like they've got such attractive people advertising the beds. Like, oh, my side goes up and his goes down. And I can put my feet up and it's great for my sciatica. And I'm like, oh, that's really attractive. Like, those are attractive people. But it's not. They're just trying to sell it to old people. And
Yeah, I'm making the Lotus.
I'm like
face.
a spraying away from being that woman on the Life Alert commercial.
That's my father won't get one. He just walks around. His notion in his head is he wears shirts. He wears collared shirts, and he has to have a pocket in his shirt, and he carries his phone around in his front pocket. He was like, "I'll just call you if I fall." I'm like, "Well, I'm in New York." So
What am I
why
gonna
don't you
do?
just call 911?
I'll send you flowers and well wishes. But yeah, I call 911. Like maybe cut out the middleman.
No, it's true. He's fallen and had to, like, he calls his friend. He's like, I fell in the woods, and he calls his friend to come get him.
But at least
Not
he's out
hurt.
there. At least he's out there tramping around.
Oh yeah, he's like climbing ladders and like cutting brush and
Yeah, I
He's
mean, I hope that
87.
I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Not my own brush, but I hope I just get a chainsaw and just, Edward Scissorhands some people's yards.
you're in people. They're like, who's that woman making topiaries in our front yard?
We did not ask for this. We did not pay for this.
Is that woman who just bought that lake house across the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Wait a second. Didn't she used to be on the TV? That girl is not right.
That's right.
Someone should tell her about her sweaty ass crack when she running. It's not attractive. She ain't never going to find a husband out here.
That's right. That's why I moved here.
All right, Dee. So what's the important advice for the weekend? We're heading into summer. There's a heat wave everywhere. How should people cope? How should people keep their mentals? Because it's really easy to lose your mind when it's so hot out.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
If you have to, if you got to exercise, you got to get up really early in the morning.
That's a good point. But it makes your whole day better.
And walk in the shade. That's my advice. Living in any city, there's always shade.
On the side with the building shadow.
You have to cross the street and stay in the shade.
I did that today. Really funny you said that.
It's the only way. And don't walk on streets where there's a lot of traffic because the cars throw off so much heat.
Ooh, good point.
Yeah.
She's always thinking. She's always
Don't walk.
always several steps ahead, and listen to her advice. Also, the best person you could ever have on a grocery store trip. We did our 4th of July party shopping together, and it was legendary. And I don't think I will ever have a 4th of July party without you.
I learned thank you. But I learned a lot of patience shopping with my grandparents, but my dad. My dad likes to grocery shop, and he takes his time. So you just gotta give in.
Yeah.
Just give in to the trip and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, I like going to a grocery store though. Got to go to Vaughn's. Got to go to Gelson's. See, again, you're truly experiencing other states and cities and places when you go to different grocery stores.
I would say this absolutely. And you got to go to the local stores, not the chain stores. And number 2, always run in a new city. You don't have to run, you can walk, but always do it on foot. You learn the city so well like that.
And put on some Gershwin.
Oh, yes.
I put on
Very
Gershwin
classy.
or
Yes. In the country home.
I'm serious. It's like being in a movie.
Well, being with you is always like being in a movie. Cheers to happy hour.
I love you.
Many, many more to come. I love you, Dagen McDowell. This has been Kennedy Saves the World along with Dagen McDowell.
Go
I'm Kennedy.
Rangers.
Let's go Rangers. Woo.